Hello everyone, welcome to AMA session for live products for Cashaa. Today we're going to talk about current account with IBAN. As is starting with the Cashaa, one of the main problem which leads to the birth of Cashaa was this gap which is developing in the existing world, where one side we have a traditional systems working very well for few people, and then we have the growth of cryptocurrencies, which suddenly start making a feel the world is now needed a new kind of currency system. But the problem what happened that the sector which start talking about banking 3.5 billion is the section which I feel that is the most unbanked section in the world by itself. And to see this, it's not today. When I was making this presentation, I just wanted to see what kind of media was talking about to banking the crypto companies, and I found all these latest article. Some of these has been actually published today. This one article came this morning from Bloomberg USA. Why crypto companies still can't open a checking account? Just the people who are not from USA, checking account is the synonym of a current account or business account in other countries. But in US, we say them as a checking account. And there is a detailed article. I put the link of the article. You can also Google, which describes that how companies in US, especially the smaller companies in US, are not getting bank accounts if they are business which is related with crypto. Now, this becomes very interesting because US is one of the country which has been considered as one of the most progressive country and friendly country. But still, while SEC is working very hard on making crypto and bringing different policies on crypto, we see that there is a quite conservative push from the banking side, which is making sure that the crypto companies are not getting bank account so that they can operate. And this problem is not only in US. If we see in Europe, again, a very latest article published on 1st of March and 2nd of March. In Europe, obviously, we have some of the more stable economies. You have UK, France, Switzerland, which has been considered as more progressive. But the problem is that the more progressive or more strong you are, the banks are more resistant to get the bank account. And what happened to get a bank account, some of these companies or crypto companies start moving to Malta, Cyprus, Gibraltar, and I don't know, or gold different islands to get a bank account. But the report which is published on 1st of March or 2nd of March in Cointelegraph, it says that how the blockchain startups in Malta are now struggling to get a bank account. So the problem which was before only, it's not only in US or India or in UK, now only these small countries like Malta, Gibraltar, who have been seen as very friendly to give bank account, are seeing a push when it comes to open a bank account for the companies which are related with crypto. Now, why I'm talking all this? The reason why I'm talking all this, because today we are talking about one of the product, which is one of the most promising product which Cashaa is bringing, is the UK current account, international IBAN or international bank account. But before going this, because Cashaa is based in UK, I just took a screenshot of one of the UK's biggest bank called Santander. And while opening a business account, it asked me a question: do you trade or accept payments in virtual currency? And when I clicked yes, you can see what was the answer. We currently do not open account for businesses trading in virtual currency. We hope we can help you in the future if your circumstance change. What this means that the message is very clear that we will not going to change. But if you can change, or if your circumstance can change, which means that you can stop taking or dealing with virtual currency, we might open a bank account for you. So this all shows that how there is one side we have a policymaker which is making policies. Last week we had one of the biggest conference in India where the policymakers from India came together on Friday and Saturday. On Monday, we had a decision from Supreme Court of India to push government to create a crypto policy in 4 weeks. So we see that there is quite a gap when it comes to the policymaker in itself and the bank in the country itself. And it seems like they are talking two different language, or at least they are on talking or showing that they are talking the same language, but they are behaving otherwise. And that's what creates a huge opportunity for Cashaa, what Cashaa have built. And that's not something which Cashaa have to deliver. The Cashaa have already built this, and we are trying to solve this problem, which is currently being faced in each country where crypto startups are denying the bank account. And that's what the Cashaa we have built, a crypto-friendly business account where we are particularly going to these companies who are crypto-related or who are STO-backed or ICO-backed or exchanges or wallets or brokers. And we are coming up with different plans for the UK current account where we can provide them banking infrastructure so that they can build their own product while Cashaa can take care of their banking. This is something which is very live. It's already live on the Cashaa website. So we created, together with our partner NMS, I already put also the license number. So if someone was interested to go and dig more deep about the electronic money institution or consumer protect license in UK, you can go to the FCA website and you can look for these license numbers. And together with the NMS, Cashaa have created the unique product, which is very specific designed for these crypto companies, starting from a small business to a big exchange. And all these corporate accounts comes with the MasterCard. So it's not just you are getting an UK account, which is just a kind of dummy account or a virtual account. It's a full-fledged UK current account, which comes with the card, which you can use to access your funds or to run your day-to-day operations like any other bank account. So just to go into the summary, what's even Cashaa is building or Cashaa have already built, it's not just the bank account or a UK current account with your MasterCard or a Swift integration for your fund transfer, but more than, because as we just started this discussion that once we had the virtual currency coming up and we started seeing that there is a gap and people have to choose an option that either you can accept a Bitcoin or you can be included into the traditional rail. But there is no one platform which can solve both the problem. And that's where Cashaa unique advantage comes, where we, in the session one, we talked about our multi-sig wallet, which how protects the cryptocurrency in a multi-signature environment, as well as its compliance, which do the all ongoing compliance on each transactions which is done. And all these small features which we have built around the compliance really helped us to shape up this product and be able to come up with this product live today. So just to know that what are the account opening requirements you have. So if there is any business around the world, anywhere, we welcome you. If you have a business model and if you are a legitimate crypto business, you can come and you can open a bank account with us. The only countries which we cannot process currently is India, China, and the other sanctioned country, which is 13 or 14 countries or war countries in the world. Rest of that, if you are from any other country, if your business is registered in any of the other countries, China, but except Hong Kong, if you are based in Hong Kong, you are welcome. We can open an account for you. What is documents required? Pretty straightforward. The KYC document for the director who wants the bank account or who is the person authorized to access the account. And then the KYC document for final UBOs. UBOs means anyone who have shares in your company more than 10%. We need the full KYC on them. And second, the deposit of the cash tokens to start your application review. So it's quite straightforward when it comes to the requirement which we are asking for the people. But it's for the Cashaa side, we have to do all the hard work to make sure that you can continue your business. And some of these things which we are doing ongoing is obviously a continuous risk assessment to determine that what kind of business you are. And what kind of checks or sanctions which we have to keep checking, not only on you, but all the different transactions which you are doing. For example, if you are an exchange or if you are in a wallet, what kind of customers you are onboarding. And that requires a massive infrastructure on a Cashaa side, basically for the same reason that why existing banks are not helping the crypto companies, because of these different regulations which is required and different checks which is required. And thanks to the Cashaa CMC wallet, most of these regulation which is required to do this is already done through our wallet itself. For example, monitoring all the BTC and crypto transactions. That's required. But if you go to any bank, obviously you do not have this tool where the bank can do this ongoing crypto or let's say BTC monitoring on their users, which kindly give them a position where they just have to deny to open an account for the companies who are dealing in crypto. So on a pricing side, you can go to the website and based on the requirement, we have a pricing. Pricing starts from somewhere from £20. One of the things which we are doing is that since we have started, we have received 164 businesses a request to open an account. That's an overwhelming number. We have in March, we have selected 10 companies across the globe, just as a use case example to see that what kind of documents they have and what kind of documents they are providing, so that we can submit our report to the policymaker, to our banking partners, that we have proper policy and procedures before we are allocating the bank account to these companies. To also filter some of these companies who have just applied for the account because we started giving account very cheap. We are putting hold all those companies who are applied for the free account, which is the blue account. We do not have to deposit any cash tokens. Next week, which is starting from tomorrow, we're gonna publish this on the website. Obviously, we do not have any near date because as we are maturing our product for the business case, Cashaa is obviously the first stage where our roadmap, our team have decided that if we enable different businesses to onboard different businesses, that enables more and more communities to get the benefit of different product and solutions which these companies are making. And that's also a decision taken on the marketing side, because enabling businesses can also get us a lot of retail customers which is onboarded on these communities. And once we have these communities, opening a personal product could be a less expensive for us without doing a much marketing, because we already have different businesses and their communities onboarded on our platform. So that's all about the Cashaa IBAN and the business account. If you have any questions, you can ask me, and I would be happy to take your questions. Thank you.
Hi, Kumar. I'm from India. My name is Blue Boy. That's an alias name.
Okay.
So I just want to know if you said like India and China right now are not under the covered countries. So when are we expecting Indian businesses to come on board? Like, what's stopping currently them to come on?
It's actually not something which is stopping. It's something which Cashaa or UK regulation can do about this, because Cashaa is based in UK. And UK have a pretty flexible banking regulation as long as you follow the policy. But the problem with the India and China is the capital control laws. And when it comes to different businesses, there are some additional laws which are applied. So I don't see that what we can do to help this, both for China and India, because there is something which is much stronger than any other smaller countries in both these countries. What I suggest to these businesses is that for India side, what I can say that I don't know how the banks will behave after the crypto policy is made. I see the crypto policy in India is almost ready, and it would be come anytime. Maybe, but I do not expect it to come. Although the Supreme Court have asked for 4 weeks deadline, I do not expect it to come before elections, which is after May. So my suggestion for the Indian companies is that it's very easy to open offshore subsidiary in UK. It does not cost a lot of money. So that's something is a very easy way for Indian as well as Chinese company to do to solve their banking problem. Any other question, guys?
Yeah, Kumar, like the same Blue Boy from India. So I would like to ask one more question. You said the policymakers, like whenever you're doing a pilot phase with 10 business banking users, and you'll be getting them audited from these policymakers, which I'm assuming are the partners, banking partners, I suppose. So
yes.
Is this process going to be the same way throughout our whenever we go full-fledged with Cashaa business banking, some new business approaches, always the process has to go with the banking partner? Or?
No, it will be so, because it's a very new also for Cashaa, and we are doing it as a first time. As you know, that this is the first month of the March when we are we started issuing bank accounts to businesses. So in the beginning, just because we are also new, our team is very new, and we have to make sure that all the compliance and all the process we are following. And that's the main reason to the banking partner, we have to do the hand holding to make sure that everything is done as per compliance. And once the process is matured, the policy and procedures are on the place, the speed up, we are expecting 10 to 25 accounts every day to open. But because right now there are companies who are applying from Brazil, there are companies who are applying from Mexico, there are companies applying from Japan. It's a quite a diversified data which we have. And that's why to consolidate and create one policy which 99 or let's say 95% we can follow, we are taking this, you can say we are taking the small steps so that we have all these different regulatory aspects covered during the process. If you mind, can you please explain a little bit more about your company and what kind of business you have?
Initially, I set up an investment company in Brazil to allow me to have a visa to be here.
Okay.
And then that investment vehicle then invested in another company, which is in retail. We now have 100 points of sale in Brazil and 2 in America.
So the question for you, Nick, you did not mention that these 100 point of sale or anything have to do with the crypto. Then why you are looking for the offshore account in UK as a Brazilian company?
Because I'm originally from the UK. I live in Brazil, but in the future I might not live in Brazil. I'm a great believer in crypto, in decentralized banking. This is the future, and I think you're making big steps to do it first. Because I might not be, I'm completely on the same page as you about KYC and about everything being done completely properly and transparently. That's what I like about the blockchain. But I do want the autonomy to be able to decide I need to transfer this money to here, from here to here when it suits me, not when it suits the bureaucracy.
Okay, that makes sense. I understood. So you do not have like fairly, and that's one of the reason why I'm asking these questions, because obviously right now, as you know, because you are in the crypto evolution since day one, there are few companies for whom having a bank account is necessity. And for some who wish to have a bank account, which is not their business problem. So for you, it more sounds like that your business is not getting stopped because you don't have a bank account, but you want something which is better than existing banking.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah. So, and that's one of the reasons, because in March we are seeing that we are going case by case, that what are the companies who are dealing in crypto and their businesses are stopped. But anyway, your case is interesting. Why? Because first you are from UK, you have a company in Brazil. So I recommend you to apply for the business bank account. We love to make sure that at least you are one of the first companies who get the banking through Cashaa.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question. So Mahesh's question is that, do people have to hold Cashaa till time they are using Cashaa account, or just for the time frame like 1 or few years? So Mahesh, to know the answer of this, you have to go into the detail of pricing and policies. Obviously, to holding cash token is, there are a few different things which you have to see, that where the cash token is being used. The first, the cash token is being used for the membership. Obviously, to understand that, to filter out who are from the Cashaa community or who are just applying for the free account. And second, what kind of limits you want. And third, is that fees which you are paying into the Cashaa network itself. For example, if you are an individual, if you had a chance to buy your Coinbase or Binance or any other different exchange, whenever you do an exchange, you pay a fee. When you are doing an exchange on a Cashaa, and if you are paying that exchange fee in cash tokens, irrespective you hold the cash or not, you get some kind of discount. And that discount goes up to 50%, which means the same person without an account, let's say a cash membership is paying, let's say $1 in a fee in dollars. With cash tokens with an account, you can pay the same fee at, let's say, 50 cents. So that's something which does not depend on any time frame. But obviously, to get the account and your membership level, you have to hold cash only for 1 year. So it's not something you have to keep doing it. But there are few services. If you want to continue those services, in that case, you have to keep holding those holdings regularly.
So last time you spoke about the new exchange, KuCoin, I suppose. So, like, how soon are we going to get listed on that? Any update on that?
No, I don't see that there is any chance. We talk about that, obviously, cash being accepted by many exchanges. Obviously, KuCoin is one of them, but I think I also mentioned the kind of fee and charges which these different exchanges are charging. I think one of the 2019, what I see that there is 2018, obviously we have this ICOs and different products, different new companies coming up like Mushroom, making their own coins. And 2019, when these coins are not anymore, the exchanges and some of the exchanges, the only way they are making money is charging a huge amount of money. And I could just give you an example. These fees are not less than $100,000 or $150,000. It's way, way more higher than any exchange which you talk without mentioning any exchange name. So as the Cashaa, because our product is already been live, and one of the things which I take proud on saying, different ICOs, especially which happen in fintech or finance, it could be, you can Google, I do not want to again mention the name. We are the only few companies who came up with the product after having tokens out. So given that we already have our products out and the token is intended for a purpose to utilize in the product itself, which is live now. So we don't need that there is a need for any big exchange. And the given also because now Cashaa have built its own system where you can put fiat or you can deposit fiat and you can convert them into cash tokens or the vice versa. I think we're going to put more and more time and energy and our resources to build that feature instead of paying money to the exchanges.